Hey guys, welcome to this week's version of Teddy's Teaching Tuesday, and today we're going to be going over how to avoid injuries within your own training. So let's get to it. So, whenever we're training in the gym, you should always have injury prevention as a high priority within your training. Now granted, we don't ever intend to get injured or really put ourselves in positions to get injured, but the idea is we don't want to lose progress and time not training in the gym because we were neglecting something that caused us to get injured down the road. So the first thing I kind of do with my programming is I focus on weak points, okay? So the weakest link in the chain is always the first one to give out. So with us being gym goers, it's kind of hard to put aside that ego and not do things we're good at and focus on things we really suck at, okay? But over time and in the long haul, you'll actually find that making your weaknesses into your strengths, it's not only going to drive your progress way higher, but it's also going to allow you to train longer and just enjoy it more thoroughly, and possibly enjoy a lot of other things in life because you're not being held back by something. So whether that's a postural deficiency, a muscular issue, or a mobility issue, the idea is you're just going to find something you're really bad at and really try to spend time and focus on making it better. Number two is I'm going to switch things around and use variation. So if I'm just using a straight bar and straight weight for squats all the time, that's going to have a specific wear and tear. If you have a giant boulder, for example, and I just spray water on it all over the place, it's not going to break down. But if I have a slow drip of water in the same exact spot for a prolonged period of time, you'll notice it affects the rock. So same way in our resistance training is we want to have enough variation so that way we don't have the wear and tear, but enough specificity to kind of obtain our goals. So that's where I kind of like leaning on the conjugate system, because we do have a lot of variation that kind of attacks our weaknesses and spreads the load around. But at the end of the day, it's going to help us progress at what we want to do best. And then number three, I like to kind of change the physics of the lifting, okay? So what I mean by that is, utilizing the conjugate method, we use a lot of bands and chains. So chains, for example. So you have the most amount of resistance at the top, and then as you come to the bottom range of motion of the lift, where you're actually most susceptible to injury, you have the least amount of load. So by going from greater load to lesser load back to greater load, that puts a very different wear and tear on your joints. And with chains specifically, they actually give you a lot of different components of stability because they really swing side to side as you're doing the lift. So your stabilizers have to work a little bit harder, causing you to be more secure in your lift overall. And then if you're using bands, there's not as much stability involved, but it accelerates gravity. So what I mean by that is the weight's always dropping at 9.8 meters per second. Well, with a rubber band, if you watch it flaying across the room, it goes faster than that, okay? So what that does is it turns your muscles and tendons on a little bit more, so that way you have to stabilize and control the weight. So not only are you trying to control the forces and decelerate the movement on the way down, you have to accelerate through that band in order to complete the lift. So again, you don't need an advanced physics degree to figure out that these things could be helpful for you as far as not only gaining performance, but also avoiding injuries altogether. So I hope you guys found this useful, and please comment below on how we can do better videos and help you more. And also, I know a lot of these concepts can be confusing at times, so that's why we put together Train Heroic, the program, Agoge Performance Team, in order to help you simplify workouts and just follow us along. Or you could reach out to us, and we do personal online coaching in order to tailor around your equipment and your specific needs. So until next time, I'll see you guys later.